This is the Sakar Murli of the 24th of October 2024. Essence. Sweet children, in order to experience unlimited happiness, stay with Baba at every moment. Question. Which children receive a lot of power from the Father? Answer. Those who have the faith that they are the ones who will transform this unlimited world, and that they are going to become the masters of that unlimited world. That it is the Father, the Master of the world himself, who is teaching them. Such children receive a lot of power. Om Shanti. The spiritual Father, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, sits here and teaches you, sweetest spiritual children, you souls, and also explains to you, because it is only you children who become pure and become the masters of the world once again. The Father of the whole world is just the one. You children have this faith. The Father of the whole world, the Father of all souls, is teaching you children. Does this sit in your intellects? Your heads, that is your intellects, are Dhammo-Pradhan, iron vessels, iron-aged. The intellect is in the soul. So does this sit in your intellects? You receive sufficient power to understand that the unlimited Father truly is teaching us, and that we are turning around this unlimited world. At this time, this unlimited world is said to be in the extreme depths of hell. Do you believe that the poor are in the extreme depths of hell, whereas sannyasis, wealthy people, and those with a position are in heaven? The Father explains, all human beings at this time are in the extreme depths of hell. Souls, being very tiny, are things that have to be understood. Does all of this knowledge stay in such tiny souls, or do you forget it? The Father of all souls of the world is sitting personally in front of you and teaching you. Do you remember throughout the day that Baba is truly here with you? For how long does this stay in your intellects? An hour, half an hour, or the whole day? You need power to keep this in your intellects. God, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is teaching you. Outside, when you are living at home, he is not with you. Here, he is with you in a practical form. For instance, when a woman's husband goes abroad and she herself is at home, she would not say that he is with her. The unlimited Father is only the one, and the Father is not in everyone. The Father would surely be sitting in one place. So, does it enter your intellects that the unlimited Father is making you worthy of becoming the masters of the new world? In your hearts, do you consider yourselves to be so worthy that you are going to become the masters of the whole world? This is a matter of great happiness. No one receives a greater treasure of happiness than this. You know that you are now going to become those. You also understand what land those deities were the masters of. It was Bharat, where the deities came and departed. You are going to become the masters of the world. Is this in your intellects? Do you have such activity? Do you have that way of speaking and such intellects? Your behaviour is not such that you quickly get angry in a situation so that you cause a loss for someone or insult someone. In the Golden Age they never defame anyone. There isn't anyone with dirty thoughts of defamation. The Father uplifts you children so strongly. You remember the Father, and your sins are cut away. You raise your hands, but is your activity like theirs? The Father sits here and teaches you. Does this sit in your head strongly? Baba knows that the intoxication of many becomes like soda water. Not everyone's mercury of happiness rises to that extent. Only when this sits in their intellects would their intoxication rise. The Father teaches you in order to make you into the masters of the world. Here all are the impure Ravan community. There is the story that Rama took an army of monkeys and then did this and that. You now know that Baba is enabling you to conquer Ravan and making you become like Lakshmi and Narayan. If anyone asks you children here, you would instantly say that God is teaching you. God speaks. A teacher would say that he is making you into a barrister or into such and such. He teaches you with the faith that you will become that. Those who study are also number-wise, and they then claim a status number-wise. This too is a study. Baba shows you your aim and objective that is in front of you. You understand what you will become through this study. It is a matter of happiness. Those who study the ICS would also understand. I will study this and then build a house and then do this. Their intellects continue to work on all of that. The Father sits here and teaches you children. Everyone has to study and become pure. You have to promise the Father that you will never perform any impure acts. The Father says if you perform any wrong acts, everything you have earned would be lost. This land of death is the old world. We are studying for the new world. This old world is coming to an end. The circumstances are also such. The Father is teaching us for the land of immortality. The Father explains the cycle of the whole world to you. The Father doesn't have any books in his hand. He only explains orally. The first thing that the Father says is, have the faith that you are a soul. A soul is a child of God the Father. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, resides in the Supreme Abode. We souls also reside there. Then we continue to come down here, number-wise, to play our parts. This is a big, unlimited stage. Actors come onto this stage to play their parts, first of all in Bharat, in the new world. This is their activity. You also sing their praise. Would you call them multimillionaires? Those people have countless wealth. The Father refers to them as those people, because he is the unlimited Father. This drama is predestined, So it was because Shiv Baba made them so wealthy that they then built a temple to Shiva on the path of devotion in order to worship him. First of all, they worshipped the one who made them worthy of worship. The Father explains a great deal to you daily in order to make you intoxicated. If those who understood number-wise according to their efforts remained busy in doing service, they would remain fresh. Otherwise they become stale. You children know that when you ruled the kingdom in Bharat, there truly were no other religions at that time. There was just deityism. Then the other religions came later. You now understand how this world cycle turns. In a school you need an aim and objective. They used to rule at the beginning of the Golden Age, and they then went around the cycle of 84 births. You children know that this is an unlimited study. You have been studying limited studies for birth after birth. You need to have a lot of faith in this. The Father, who makes the whole world turn around, that is, the one who rejuvenates the world, that is, the one who changes hell into heaven, is teaching us. It is definite that everyone goes to the land of liberation. Not everyone will go to heaven. You know that the Father is now removing us from this ocean of poison, from this brothel. It truly is a brothel now. You now also know when it began. It has now been 2,500 years since the kingdom of Ravan and devotion began. At that time there were only those of the deity religion who went on the path of sin. People build temples in order to perform devotion. They built such a big temple at Somnath. You have heard the history of what there was in that temple. At that time they must have been so wealthy. There wouldn't have been just one temple. In the history of it, they have put the name of just one. Many kings built temples. By seeing one another, everyone would have performed worship. There would have been many temples. It wouldn't have been just one temple that was looted. There would have been other temples nearby. The villages were not far away from one another. They would have been near one another because there weren't any trains, etc. there. They would have lived close to one another, and then gradually the world population continued to expand. You children are now studying. The greatest of all fathers is now teaching you. You should have this intoxication. There shouldn't be any weeping or wailing in your homes. Here you have to imbibe divine virtues. You children are being taught at this most auspicious confluence age. This is the in-between period when you change. You have to go from the old world to the new world. You are now studying at this most auspicious confluence age. God is teaching you. He is turning the whole world around. He makes the old world new, so you have to become the masters of that new world. The Father is bound to show you the way, so you children have to follow that. You understand that you are not residents of this place. You didn't know that it used to be your kingdom. The Father has now explained that you are very unhappy in this kingdom of Ravan. This is called a vicious world. Those deities were completely viceless. People call themselves vicious. No one knows anything about when the kingdom of Ravan began or what happened. Their intellects are absolutely tamapratan. When they were in the Golden Age, they had divine intellects and were the masters of the world. They were very happy. That is called the land of happiness. Here there is limitless sorrow. The Father also explains what the world of happiness is like and what the world of sorrow is like. People don't know anything, how long happiness lasts, or for how long sorrow lasts. Among you too, you continue to understand this number-wise. It is the unlimited Father who explains to you. Sri Krishna cannot be called the unlimited Father. Your hearts couldn't accept that. But people don't understand who it is they can call the Father. God explains, people defame me. I make you into the deities. People have defamed me and the deities so much. They have become those with such foolish intellects. They chant the name of Govinda. The Father says, O ones with foolish intellects, while saying Govinda, Govinda, Rama, Rama, does it enter your intellects whose name you are chanting? Those with stone intellects would be called those with foolish intellects. The Father says, I am now making you into the masters of the world. The Father is the bestower of salvation for all. The Father explains, you are trapped so much in your family, etc. You have to let the things that God is telling you enter your intellects. However, people are used to following devilish directions, and so how can they follow God's directions? They don't even know who Govinda is. The Father explains, you would say, Baba, you have explained to us many times. This is also fixed in the drama. Baba, we are once again claiming this inheritance from you. We will definitely become Narayan from an ordinary human. Students definitely have the intoxication of their studies and what they will become. They also have that faith. The Father now says, you have to become full of all virtues. You must not get angry with anyone. Deities do not have the 5 vices in them. You have to follow Srimat. Srimat first of all says, consider yourselves to be souls. You souls have come here from the Supreme Abode to play your parts. Those bodies of yours are perishable. Souls are imperishable. So you have to consider yourselves to be souls. I, this soul, have come here from the Supreme Abode to play a part. It is because you are unhappy here that you say that you want to go to the land of liberation. However, who would purify you? People call out to the One, and so the Father comes and says, my sweetest children, consider yourselves to be souls, not bodies. I sit here and explain to you, souls. It is souls who call out, O purifier, come and make us pure. It was in Bharat that people were pure, and they are now calling out again. Make us pure from impure and take us to the land of happiness. You have love for Sri Krishna. It is Kumaris and mothers who observe many fasts in the name of Sri Krishna. They even go without water so that they can go to the land of Sri Krishna, that is, to the Golden Age. However, they don't have this knowledge, and so they observe those things by force. Everything you do is not just for telling others about, but for going to the land of Krishna yourselves. No one can stop you. Those people that observe fasts, etc., in front of the government in order to harass them. You don't have to go on a hunger strike in that way, nor has anyone taught you how to do that. Sri Krishna is the first prince of the Golden Age. However, no one knows that. They have shown Sri Krishna in the Copper Age. The Father explains, "Sweetest children, this knowledge and that devotion are two separate things. This knowledge is the day and devotion is the night." Of whom? It is the day and night of Brahma. However, neither gurus nor their disciples understand the meaning of that. The Father has explained to you children the secrets of knowledge, devotion and disinterest. This knowledge is the day, devotion is the night, and after that there is disinterest. Those people don't know that. The words knowledge, devotion and disinterest are accurate, but people still don't know the meaning of them. You children now understand that by your having this knowledge that the Father gives, it becomes the day. When devotion begins, it becomes the night, because people stumble around in the dark. The night of Brahma is the night of Brahmins, and then there is the day. There is the day through this knowledge, and the night through devotion. At night you are sitting in exile, and then during the day you become very wealthy. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bapdada. The spiritual Father says Namaste to you spiritual children, and we spiritual children say Namaste to the Father. Essence for Dana. Ask your heart. 1. Do the treasures of happiness that you receive from the Father stay in your intellect? 2. Baba has come to make you into a master of the world. Therefore, are your activities and your way of speaking to others according to that? Do you ever defame anyone? 3. After making a promise to the Father, do you perform any impure actions? Blessing. May you observe the games of all adverse situations while remaining stable in the stage of a detached observer and as a contented soul. No matter how much an adverse situation may shake you, you have become stable in the stage of a detached observer, and you will then experience everything to be like a puppet show, that is, not real. You must observe the games while maintaining your honour. The elevated honour of the confluence age is to be a jewel of contentment and to remain content. Souls who maintain this honour will never become distressed. The special gift from Bapdada at the confluence age is contentment. Slogan. Be so happy-hearted that the happiness in your mind is clearly visible on your face. Om Shanti.